Well, we have to do the newspapers. I have all my twins here.
Your twins? Are we twins?
Yeah, I think one is fair, one is... Is that not a great description of a twin?
I think maybe the color of our shirts today.
Okay,
yeah,
kind of, yeah.
Let's take
do
that.
some matching, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine you resembling the other. I'm just watching you.
What's the basis of you saying we are twins in the first place? You said that. Good morning, Roland.
Yeah, good morning. But I know that Kwesi Nyantakyi, our football boss, has been dominating the headlines over the last 12 hours. People have been doing satirical pieces around him on social media. I don't know whether you got some on social media.
I did.
You did?
Well,
there was one with the FBI chasing him.
Yes, yes.
So someone says Ghana is a Nyasemhwe country. Get problem and see country.
Yeah.
Everybody will leave you alone.
With you. Yeah.
Well, so we have to do the daily graphic first.
Okay. And like you said, Nyantakyi is hot. And that story is on page 3. So President reports conduct to police and the CID at his heels. So that story is on page 3. Let's take a bit of it. So the tongue waggings. Tongues have been wagging since reports emerged that Anas was about to release a video that will expose massive corruption in Ghana football. Snippets of information on the video have since been banded by both in the traditional and social media. So let's talk about this. Roland.
I don't know. It's just, for me, I think that the whole media landscape seems to have just gone agog with this, and we seem to be making commentary because the perception has always been rife. It's more like we're making commentary on perception more than what we have not seen.
Yeah.
But the thing too is that for the presidency to take this action, to say that maybe the criminal investigations department should take this up and investigate, which is what really has happened. Not the president, rather
ordering the arrest.
Ordering an arrest. It shows that maybe the president is being preemptive, because by the time maybe the thing is premiered, they would have said, "Oh, we showed it to the president," and all that, and having watched and not taking action by then, it would have been a big publicity
problem,
issue.
yeah.
And especially when what we are hearing so far is on a tape. We are told he was soliciting for money from some investors, saying that he has the president and the vice in his pockets. I don't think it would look good if this action had not been taken, and on June 6, people go to the conference center and they watch the GFA boss claim to have the president in his pockets and mention how much it is worth in bribing them. The impression would be that he may have perhaps taken money on his behalf before and had handed him some money in order to fix the figure at $5 and $3 million, like we are told. So that is how we expect the president to move in quickly like he's done.
And that's what he's done.
Yes, the only problem is the kind of reaction that is generating on social media. I mean, in Ghana, when your name comes up in relation to any issue, even before you are either cleared or convicted, you would have been... Your image would be in tatters, I mean, beyond repairs.
Yeah,
and that is how come I think in such moments we need to exercise a bit of restraint. I mean, he will definitely have his day. He's going to meet the police officers. We are told he's not in the country currently. The Daily Guide is actually suggesting that he is in Egypt. I've seen other reports that suggest he's in Morocco, so it's not even clear where exactly it is. But we know that there has been some form of communication indicating that he's going to come into the country and submit himself to the police investigators. So I think we can all be patient and wait for the video, that is Anas's video, and also wait to see how the investigation goes. I mean, I think this may just be a fraction of what's in the entire documentary. I mean, the documentary is not a 10 seconds documentary.
Yeah, definitely.
It will definitely be a long one. So
definitely be a long
the football guys who are also jubilating.
Maybe some may even be jubilating by the end of the video.
Yes.
Yeah.
You never know.
Well, you have some other news on the front page?
On the front page, no.
Kwesi Nyantakyi.
Yeah, but
he's getting it big.
He's getting it big, but also on page 16, Ghana card rolls out on Monday. Yes. Yes.
Ghana card.
Ghana card on page 16.
Okay, anyway, we're told that they'll first go to the Flagstaff House, the judiciary staff, that'll be the Chief Justice and the rest, and then they'll go to the security agency. So we'll see how that goes.
But within a year, Ghanaians...
I've had a Ghana card before. I don't know why I should have it the second time, though. I'll see how that goes.
We can do the front page of the Daily Guide. The Daily Guide says, Mahama is disaster. It's coming from NDC gurus, we are told. There's that story about Kwesi Nyantakyi arrest. Kwesi Nyantakyi Nana ordered CID over Anas' latest video, and MPs approve Hamidu's deputy. I think that was expected. She has been approved.
Madam Cynthia Lamte.
Cynthia Lamte, yes, she has been approved. A bit about for the former president. We are told that he's a former consul to Dubai, Daniel Osei. He says it will be a disaster for the opposition National Democratic Congress to allow former President John Dramani Mahama to lead the party as its flag bearer for the 2020 general election. He said Mr. Mahama, who appointed him consul, does not have the discipline, focus, or the moral turpitude to be the NDC's flag bearer for 2020. So that is what he's saying there. That's his opinion. I'm sure there are many others within the NDC and other parties who may have other opinions as well. And the Galamseys have also been arrested. But we can do Roland's favorite, the center spread.
Yeah, the center spread. Is Christian Yantichi there?
No, there's Sarkodie.
Sarkodie, yeah. King Sark. Success music.
He's talking about making a hit song. I've heard musicians complain about how it's very difficult to make hit songs, but Sarkodie disagrees.
He's been making hit songs.
Yeah.
I think like everything he says now is, since he started becoming the top star he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. The latest is his collaboration with Kim Promise. That was a very good one.
He says he has hinted that
producers exactly will play that one today. So
he says it's like producing a hit song is an easy thing to do, but it's not a sure guarantee that a successful musician will retire from music industry and live a comfortable life. According to him, there's more to maintaining a reigning artist status than just recording hit song. He explained that such artists also needs to build a large and lovable brand that will win the hearts of the die-hard fans any day. I think I agree.
But the thing I wanted to know, but can you continue to do rap? Let's say for a very long time.
70 years old.
Or maybe 50.
50.
He can. I mean, I think Jay-Z is more than 40.
Yeah.
He's almost 50.
LL Cool J.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool,
And Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre,
Dr.
yeah.
Dre is old.
Puff Daddy.
The guy who used to call Puff
Yes.
Daddy.
Dr. Dre is old.
P. Diddy.
50 Cent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I think it's
Snoop Dogg.
It's,
Snoop Dogg is
Snoop Dogg.
yeah. Dr. Dre is older.
Yeah.
he's older. So I think it's more of, and that is what he's talking about, the brand.
I think if he's able to do that, yes.
And I think so far he has shown signs of doing that. I mean, I think since Sarkodie burst onto the scenes around 2007, 2008 thereabouts, he has at least been around. Even though sometimes he has not been the topmost guy,
But
he's still
there.
been around. He's still been relevant, and I think that is what he needs to keep doing.
In South Africa, is he known? Sarkodie?
A bit.
A bit.
A bit.
A bit.
Yeah, it's just like here and there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you will never have him getting airplay?
Depending if it's a hit song.
Yes,
and
let's
maybe
say collaborating with a Nigerian.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Yeah, if he works with a Nigerian, your Davidos or someone like that. Yeah.
Dubai Center host Fashion Expo is also on the front page, and Boris Kujo made tourism ambassador. That is serious, and also all smiles and ecstasy when Austrian-born actor of German and Ghanaian descent, known for his film Brown Sugar, met tourism minister Catherine Afeku Monday morning. So that is an appointment.
He's Austrian.
Austrian of Ghanaian descent.
Okay.
So
Boris Kujo.
yes.
I think the mother is Austrian.
Okay.
German or Austrian.
Yeah. So what do you think about the appointment from there?
I don't know. He lives in Hollywood. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
It's like the gentleman who is the free SHS ambassador. What's his name? The guy who lives in the States now.
Yeah.
Who became a Hollywood
Ibrahim
sensation.
Atta.
Ibrahim Atta. Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Because the thing, if you're an ambassador, it means that your daily activities or your programming and schedule should reflect the objectives of the program.
Yeah.
And also convey messages to the targeted population or demographics or audience. And I don't think that they have the time.
For Boris, could it not be the case that because you are looking at tourism, and we know that tourism is largely cross-country, so
so maybe if he could lead road shows in the US, elsewhere,
that would be good. That would be good. But
because he has a face of Hollywood or television.
But then why don't you use someone who's in Ghana? And fund them to go lead those road shows in US.
How
Do you understand?
Well, I think that I'll take Joseph's argument. There won't be, unlike, let's say in your country, South Africa, where you have local people, but they are very popular beyond their countries. For us, if you take somebody here, they will only be popular up to Nigeria. Even Nigeria, maybe only Lagos.
You see, it's like the
You
same
understand?
argument with the movies. Having a Hollywood or an American playing a South African or Ghanaian. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Although, they're going to attract eyes, but for me, it doesn't make sense.
For me, I think it does a bit
it's
because
the
the thing is,
the
if
target
Boris
market.
Kujo goes to, let's say, Los Angeles, or goes to Chicago, and goes to tell a group of students at a university that I want you to come and constantly visit my country, or the country for which my father comes from. They have so and so these tourist attractions that you come and see. I think they will relate more than me being an ambassador going to a U.S. university. My language is even different. My accent is different. And that's the perspective for which I look at it.
So it's more of the target market.
Yes, I think it's the target market. You want to bring people in. But the thing is, even if we drive traffic, you'll be surprised that we're not going to get the numbers. Because in places like South Africa, Kenya, Namibia, Lesotho, Swaziland, etc., what they do is make sure that they develop other corresponding industries alongside tourism. So there are lodges, bed and breakfast inns, means by which you can while away the time while you go and have a good experience with the tourist site. So let's say if you go to Cape Coast, what you're going to have is, if you send your children, you're going to have a good playground in town, you're going to have this, you're going to have a good lodging place, a whole package of activities that just don't die off after one tourist event.
I think even with the tourist site itself, we've had
and the West, they do very well with that.
We've had challenges in Ghana, as in the state of the tourist site itself.
Yes, that's even the problem.
We've seen people shed bombing the Cape Coast Castle. So even at that place, we have a problem before moving to make it that comprehensive that you're even talking about. So I think it's something that the minister should be interested in. I
do go and travel, see areas. And if you look at the potential we have, we have not even developed it 1/10 of that potential. And I have taken people around, like whites, or people who have lived in America, not necessarily white, maybe lived in America or England. And by the time we finish the experience and they show me where they have visited in their country, or let's say neighboring countries, let's say if they were in the US, Canada or somewhere, I asked them, why do you even come to Ghana? Because if they're talking about waterfalls, you have better waterfalls over there. If you're talking about this, they have it there. What you may not see is the rural setting, that's, I don't know. We have a problem. We have a problem. I don't know. It's sad. We have a problem.
But I don't agree with this one.
Patriotic Roland is not happy.
Yeah, I don't agree.
In this instance, I'm patriotic. But I'm patriotic in many instances. I think your comment was you have to apologize. Okay, so so what is for the sentence? Right. So we have the finder. So you do the finder. And then the big man will do the
Daily Dispatch.
Okay, so the finder, once again, Anas strips Nyantechi naked for falsely using names of president, advised to perpetrate fraud, and that story is on page 2. On page 5, use herbal products to treat malaria. All right.
Have you ever used any herbal product in Ghana?
Moringa. Is moringa herbal? Yeah.
It's a.
You took it in its natural form, or had been.
Moringa is not an international product now.
No, but it depends on the form.
Is it peculiar?
It depends on the form she took it in.
I took moringa roots.
Yes. So
what like drink?
Yeah. So you put it in water and then you drink the water.
Okay. What did it do?
Yes, I did.
What did it do to you?
Honestly, apparently it suppresses your appetite. So I tried it once and then I got over it.
It didn't suppress your appetite?
It did. And then the next day, I was super hungry. So I just ate almost everything. You see, so it didn't work the way I wanted it to work.
Maybe you were not disciplined too.
Yeah, I'm not.
You have to be religious.
I'm not disciplined with that one.
Which are the stories?
And then on page 3, Naomi of Blessed Home Orphanage wins M10 Heroes of Change Season 5. Okay. And then on page 10, Dr. Baumea launches Ghana's first criminal justice case tracking system. And on page 4, Parliament okays Mrs. Lamte as Deputy Special Prosecutor. So those are stories on the finder. Okay,
I have this here. The Herald newspaper, it has on the front page, $89 million boardroom drama at NCA. Ministry clashes with Sechiado's board. Massive conflict of interest revealed. Sube's invisible arm cited. Okay, so let me read the story. It says the controversy surrounding the $89 million contract between the government of Ghana and Kelny GVG has taken a new turn with revelations that the NCA board member Susan Barbara Ajokoboy Kumaple who tendered in her resignation, did not do so out of principle, but from conflict of the interest issues. Contrary to claims of Franklin Cudjoe that Susan Barbara was disgusted by the dubious nature of the deal, the Herald's insiders familiar with the issues have revealed that she had been the lawyer for one of the interested parties, etc., and so had to resign in the process, we're told. But also there's been a statement from the NCA signed by the board chair of the NCA saying that, well, the board member resigned without stating any reason. So we'll take it as it is. Picture there of a lot of things. Strange bank transfer at Export Promotion Authority. And Joseph, it looks like every day we have something, or every week we have something going on.
Yeah,
it used to be until Christian Nyantechi was the NCA, which still hasn't died down though. So we have two big issues.
I can tell you it has died now. I mean, everyone will talk about Nyantechi.
Okay.
Today.
So was it a strategy? I think it was a strategy. That was a good communication strategy to bring in good thing to wipe up an ongoing issue.
We are told the president watched it last week. At least that's what we are told.
So but he should have taken the action the next day, I think.
If he was minded to. But you never
I love
know.
that. If he was minded to.
Yes, I mean, you never know. Perhaps some consultations, and I want him to be a bit cautious. We can always grant him that.
Yeah.
But the timing is important.
Okay, so this is what we will do. We won't speculate. So we're not speculating.
We'll just say that it happened.
If he was minded to.
Yeah.
If he was minded to, that's not speculation, right?
No, I mean, you are just suggesting if his thought patterns had gone that way.
Yeah.
All right.
But that story is on the front page of the Daily Dispatch as well. It says, Imani's Kofi Bentil advises Akufo-Addo to open his eyes wider. What is he not seeing? GVG deal is $179 million, not $89 million. There's a photograph of Mr. Kofi Bentil, Vice President of Imani Ghana, and a photograph of the President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. But meet the lady in Cook Cream ad in 60s and now. I didn't see that advert, so I don't know which advert it is.
Meet the lady in
Cook Cream advert.
Okay.
We are told it was a popular advert in the 60s.
Oh, really?
Yes. You didn't see that ad?
No, I was born towards the end of the 70s.
Okay, so very unfortunate. No one can connect to.
Yeah, we can't relate. Yeah. And there was no YouTube
back then, unless the ad has been.
There were no even VHS thing. There were some other ones. I've forgotten that one. Used to be some other tape like.
I think they should get us a copy of the ad and let's see. Maybe. You never know.
So she was popular in the 60s.
Yeah. We are told she's actually the mother of Kwame Sefa-Kane. That's what the story says.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. That's great.
So
Kwame Sefa-Kane.
Yeah.
Chairman General. KSK. Good morning to you.
Mensah and Alabi predict they will win 2020 slots. That's
Sylvester Mensah.
Yes.
We need to get him on the show. We'll go and have an interview with him. He's one of the aspirants to be flag bearer of the NDC. Yeah. They want to contest John Dramani Mahama. John Dramani Mahama, has he declared?
Not in clear terms, apart from simply saying that.
So it's the media that had been speculating. You concluded for him?
They've declared on his behalf. They are saying if he's minded to declare, so he has to declare.
Well, we'll see how it goes with the NDC and their elections.
On the back page of the Daily Dispatch, that story about the LPG operators, we are told that the strike is affecting consumers. The headline actually says, strike by Ghana LPG operators bites consumers. So it shows consumers queuing at a few retail points that
is that what we have been reporting?
Yes, we have been reporting that across the country. So what is happening is that because there are some state-owned vending points that are in operation, you have a lot of people trooping to those places. So you have a lot of queue in those parts.
There are states.
For some of them. So we know that the ones that Guel, for instance, if you pick Guel, the ones that have been operated by Guel.
So for example, if it's by Guel, it's not shut down.
No.
If it's by Total, it's not shut down, for example.
Yeah.
All right.
Whilst for the others, the private guys, the few ones, the other ones who belong to that LPG Operators Association.
But you are not feeling it. You're only reporting it because you're a bachelor. You get on watch at the corner, you're good.
There's this misconception that bachelors. All they do is buy food. I mean, I think it's not. But
valid. You live with your parents.
I'm saying I think it's not valid. I mean, I think it's.
What's your status? You live alone or you live with the parents?
I live alone. But the point I'm making is that it's not valid.
Is that cushy?
I think to say that, I mean, bachelors necessarily buy food. I mean, perhaps there are married people who are even buying food more than bachelors.
Yeah.
Well, I'm married. I buy a lot of food because I don't like eating in the evening. So
yeah.
So I like eating before I get home.
So you're a married bachelor.
No, I'm not. I'm not a bachelor. I'm not a bachelor. I think the qualification for a bachelor is if you're not married.
Yeah.
So,
you just added
I don't
one.
know. No, you just added one. If
I'm saying that you're a bachelor as a result of that.
Yeah.
You just added one. If you buy food.
Yeah, because I don't want to eat in the evening. So.
Yeah, you just confirmed you buy food. So that's.
Yeah, I buy food in town.
That's what makes you a married bachelor.
No. I'm not saying that if you buy food, it means that you're a bachelor. That's not what I said. I said because you're a bachelor, it means that you won't be cooking. What does mischief for? Can he be hauled off the set?
I don't think the producer wants to do that.
But let's do the Ghanaian Times before you do the
so let's go to the Ghanaian Times. On page 4, Parliament approves Jane Lamptey as Deputy Special Prosecutor. Page 18, military police smoke peace pipe in Tamale. And an insight today.
Was it a hot pipe? Because this pipe, we hope this peace will last.
Yeah, we hope so.
Yeah.
So inside today on page 3, so a teacher jailed 15 years for defiling a girl who was 12 years old. So a basic school teacher who defiled a 12-year-old girl in his class and defended his vile conduct by telling the whole circuit court that the girl already had a big vagina, was yesterday slammed with a 15-year-old hard labor prison term.
Kind of justification.
I think all men who do this, they have to be punished. Well punished. 15 years. Okay, 15 years. It's good enough. He'll learn his lesson. But also making the young girl distraught.
Yeah, the young girl can never come back from that.
Yeah.
So is 15 years enough? I mean, she can never come back from that. Counseling, she'll always have that memory.
Yes, will always. I don't know.
And for the kind of, the defense he put up. I mean,
let's not even try to.
Yeah.
But we hear that a lot. I mean, when people defile people, they tend to say that when I saw her, I didn't think she looked.
Yes.
She looked underrated. We hear that.
And you know that the people of the Ghana states, they're marking their humble. But before that period, there's a month of no drumming and dancing, no noise making. And as a result, in some of the areas, we've had some clashes, and is on which page?
It's on page 3. Yeah.
So just give us a gist.
So there were, okay, let's see if we can get something there. So the worshippers of the Abeka branch of the Assemblies of God Church were allegedly accosted when they defied the month-long ban on noise-making imposed by the Traditional Council. All right, and then the suspects were between the ages of 20 and 40. And then 2 members of the church were reported to have suffered various injuries during the commotion.
Yeah. One thing I do know, though, they're very stern on making sure that they adhere to all that rule of having a ban on noise making, no drumming and dancing. I remember when I was growing up in Ashama, it was basically mainly a Ghana community. We had a large section of Ghana community because it really was a Ghana town before it became a big one. And if you have even your lights on, you have if you have your lights on, usually prior to the day they have to do a ceremony, they will put your lights off. All the bulbs will just go off.
I'm just surprised about why the church will defy it. I mean, I don't know. It's not a case of necessarily
sometimes maybe Jesus may be speaking to the pastors, so they, sometimes Jesus speaks to them a lot.
Or sometimes people want to be needlessly daring. I mean, we've had that fine blend between the traditional authority and the Christian section for some time now. I think it's something that both parties just need to respect. There's no big deal. You may have your own disagreement with whether they can ban noise making, but we all respect it, and I think it's something that the church should just acknowledge. So it's very unfortunate. We just see how it ends there.
But Maxwell also reported about this Sunday and Monday. Yeah. But let's look for the online portals. While we get it ready, we'll look at the Business and Financial Times.
Yes, the front page says Sipton Gags BOG, that is the Bank of Ghana, with $1 billion suit in London, and deforestation threatens cocoa oil palm production. Patience Achiano, appointed Group CEO of Holland Ghana Holdings, also being reported on the front page of the Business and Financial Times. The back page has come to Northern Region. Minister DCE tell Chinese investors. They're calling on the Chinese to come to the Northern Region.
All right, so let's look at myjoyonline.com, and we'll be on the screen shortly. So we have myjoyonline.com ready.
On the screen.
And if you can just do us the honors, the two of you. We have...
It starts, so the first story on myjoyonline.com. So there's one, just quickly, we just start with the first story. It says, Mohammed's appointee describes him as lame and undisciplined. So we read bits of that story in the Daily Guide. We can do some more stories. Akufo-Addo directs arrest of GFA president over fraud, also being reported by myjoyonline.com.
All right, Venezuela expels top U.S. diplomat. So has expelled the senior U.S. representative in the country amid an international backlash against Nicolas Maduro's re-election as president. All right, U.S. parents sue 30-year-old son who refuses to move out. Okay, interesting.
Can we get the story and read?
I mean, he's your son, like...
30 years. You're old enough. You move out.
Who says you're old enough?
Well, the parents say.
Okay, well, enough. Yeah, the parents say you're old enough.
So we've looked after you for all these years.
But I mean, does he have a job?
Syracuse, okay.
All right, so court documents say Michael does not pay rent or help with chores and has ignored his parents' offers of money to get him settled. And Michael's arguing that legally he's not given enough notice to leave. So
there has been 105 eviction letters, but it's interesting how the family is going about it, Roland.
Well, let's go up and see whether
him like a client, a tenant.
Well,
it's all they handed him eviction letters.
And there's a...
Okay, so they've actually taken him to court, the County Supreme Court. Okay, so Mr. and Mrs. Rotondo filed their case with the Onondaga County Supreme Court near Syracuse. We are told that so they are quoted as saying that we have decided that you must leave this house immediately. Reads the first letter dated 2nd February according to the court filings.
I know one person who will be given a court eviction soon. I know one person who will be given a court eviction.
That person. When the time is right.
Joseph Akable.
Yeah, when the
and
time
Derek
is right.
Ekosam. By their parents.
The question really is, I'm ignoring the mischief. I'm dealing with the substantive story.
Okay.
So ignore my mischief.
US are interested.
Okay, let's move on.
Why is he treating the person as a tenant, the child?
No, the thing is, I think they said, if you read the story, they have tried to help the young man.
Yes.
And he has refused to accept their help.
He's not paying rent.
So
he's not contributing to chores.
Yes. Beyond that, they've also tried to give him help to settle.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's a bit of a deviant. So it's more like they're trying to show him who has the power. But the thing is, no matter what, he's your son.
He's still your son.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I would live with my parents if I'm not ready to move out, whether I can afford or not. Do you understand? If there's room, because you may have room in the house, and especially once your parents are growing, they would want you to be around. And I don't think there's anything wrong with it, not at all. Yeah. It's just that this one is a bit bizarre.
Right. They want him out.
Yes, it's a bit bizarre.
NCA confirms resignation of board member, but the bat has to do with, they say that she didn't resign because of issues surrounding this particular GVK deal that we are talking about. So I think that should be it for myjoyonline.com. Yeah.
Also, gas operators suspend strike.
Oh, they have.
Okay, so agreed in a crunch meeting to suspend the strike while discussions about the concerns are addressed. Okay, so take your same-sex marriage away. We are much civilized, and this is from Parliament. Okay, so Parliament has taken a tough position against any attempt to legalize same-sex marriage in the country.
In South Africa, is it legalized?
It's legal.
Oh, okay.
It's very much legal.
So I and Joseph can marry?
Yes, you can. And
you and another girl can marry?
If I want to, I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know any homosexuals in your country?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
They are married or live together?
Live together. Okay. I know one married couple, yeah.
Man?
Yeah, men. Yeah.
2 men.
2 men.
So who is the woman? Who behaves like the woman?
I mean, here's
one
the
of
thing.
them certainly.
It's not about that.
Okay.
It's really not about
It's about
that.
the love they share.
It's about the love they share. And we should respect that.
Well, the Speaker of Ghana's Parliament and the MPs have a different opinion. We had earlier heard the Speaker say that if any such documents, he says he will resign even before the debate comes up. And the MPs have also backed the Speaker's
What do you
call.
think our Speaker's view is on the subject?
I guess, Ghana has to find a new Speaker of Parliament.
That is if the time...
If the time comes, I guess Ghana has to find a new Speaker of Parliament.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
So I feel like most people know where I stand with this. I support them. I respect them. And
the thing is that, you see, when you grow in an environment where you have friends who's ascribed to being, let's say, of same sex or homosexuals or lesbians, you really will have no choice. It's like some of our friends, brothers and sisters, cousins and friends who live abroad, who work with homosexuals. I don't think that their views are wrong at all. And I think that, one, we have to treat them as humans first.
yes.
Because they're human beings with a good heart. They only ascribe to a different sexual orientation. Only that we are saying, culturally, we don't accept. South Africa down here, but here, not now. It can't be possible. You understand?
I understand. I hear you, but we'll see. We'll see how it all rolls out, and we'll see what
but
they
I
say.
think that one day, the thing that this whole thing will change.
No, of course it will. Of
over
course.
time.
You'd be surprised that there are a lot of gay men in Ghana. You'd be very surprised.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
You're not.
I don't think that
lesbians.
has ever been in doubt. They are only on the low simply because
The society.
and the reaction of people.
Do you know anybody
And
who is
their
a
safety.
homosexual?
I know a few.
Who have told you they're homosexual?
No, they've not said it in clear terms, but
Or you just suspect?
no, not suspicion. It's more of noticing and seeing the person make advances towards others who have confirmed such.
Have you been?
engagements.
Have they made that?
No, not at all. I mean, I'm sure for their own reasons they've not. I don't
All
know
right.
why.
So can we go to
Probably
City
not their
Newsroom?
type.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
City Newsroom. So we'll go to City Newsroom. So we have.
Nyantechi defrauded investors in Nanado's name. Is coming from Abujinapo. He's a deputy chief of staff. Nanado orders arrest of GFA's Kwesi Nyantechi, also on City Newsroom.
And joint military police team deployed ahead of Bimbala verdict. And highway authority staff demand arrest of NPP youth after attack. So that's on City Newsroom.
Let's go to the Africa page of the BBC.
The first one, African Live, talks about Nigerian Christians march for peace in cattle wars. That story is, you can find it on the BBC. Grave diggers still albino bones also been reported, and DNA shows how malaria turned deadly. It's also on the BBC page.
This one.
And then we also got I Want to Be Like Mo Salah, aspiring footballers in Mo Salah's hometown.
I didn't watch the video, but I
taking
listened to an
inspiration.
audio version of it on the BBC. It's the euphoria created by the Egyptian star, and we know on Saturday he'll be playing the final of the UEFA Champions League. You support any of the teams?
I support Barcelona, so ordinarily I should be back in Liverpool to win. But I don't support football teams that way. I'm rather...
You're just apathetic. You're just a neutral. Are you going to watch the match?
I will watch. I think I'll watch it.
I will watch the match.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love football. Okay, so please get interactive. Facebook JoyNews on TV is our regular page there. And then we have a Twitter handle at JoyNews on TV. And you can watch us live through our regular channel on YouTube, my John Light TV. What's your social media handle again?
It's princess_Pitso.
That's on
Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah.
You have a lot of
Unfortunately,
your
I'm not on Twitter.
princess_Pitso.
Yes.
Okay. You too.
At Blaaka on Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're regular on Facebook.
On Facebook, yeah.
Facebook,
Yeah.
you're always.
He's always
I
there.
see Frimpong.
Yeah.
Frimpong.
2 a.m.
So what's your name?
Just Joseph Kofi Frimpong Akabile should take you there. Yeah.
Joseph Kofi Frimpong Akabile.
It's a friendly platform.
Yeah, I know.
I'm tolerant.
I know.
Yeah.
You're not like others. Some will troll you on Facebook and other social media pages. But we have Benedict also with the latest news headlines, and we know dominating sports will be about Mr. Nyantechi. We'll have a lot more to talk about that. We're taking a break.